Hey guys, welcome back to J&H in the Comic Wasteland. I'm H. I'm going to be talking about Riverdale. If you haven't been keeping up with the CW show Riverdale, it's about Archie and the Archie characters from the Archie Comics. Essentially, they give it a whole new spin. Obviously it's not the same, bubblegum stuff. But this Riverdale one-shot came out, last week. So, let's talk about it. So essentially, Riverdale focuses on the lives of our four main characters: Archie, Jughead, Betty, and Veronica. Essentially, it picks up. The show picks up exactly where the one shot ended. Archie, of course, he's working with his dad at the construction company. He's missing his friends. He doesn't have a lot to do. But I guess it kind of works in his favor because he ends up super ripped and starts writing what he thinks is poetry, but really they're song lyrics. And then he has an affair with Miss Grundy, which if you've been keeping up with the show, you know what that's about. Betty has gone away for the summer for an internship in LA. Obviously, it seems like the kind of thing that Betty would enjoy the most, Betty Cooper. It's kind of cool to see her like in a brand new environment because like Riverdale's so small and LA is so big. She loves it. She meets a guy, but all she can think about is Archie and her family. And then she rushes back when she finds out there's something wrong with Polly and, the rest if you've been keeping up with the show again. Jughead is trying to write, and it gives us the impression that he's been a writer this whole time because the show pretty much is him narrating the events of what's been happening. But he has no idea what to write about, and essentially when Jason Blossom, I guess ends up dead or shows up with a bullet in his head, it kind of helps him write the story, kind of get the ball rolling. Obviously, you learn a little more about what happened between him and Archie because there's some kind of schism, a rift in their friendship, which is weird because they're like best pals, and essentially they had this whole idea planned to go on a trip for 4th of July. Archie bails to be with Grundy. He doesn't like it. Trouble ensues. Veronica, poor Veronica. She obviously, as we always known her, she's always being about the high life. And it's all ripped away from her when we find out that her dad's been arraigned for embezzlement and fraud. It's kind of cool because they're Latinos, which is weird. They've never really specified, but the last name Lodge doesn't really scream Latino. Anyway, he goes to prison. Her mom has to do all the work, and they ended up losing a lot of stuff. Obviously, you go from like rich to poor very quickly when they take away all your assets, and then they ended up going back to Riverdale, which is where Iram and Hermione Lodge, grew up, as well as Archie's parents, Betty's parents, Jughead's parents. And this essentially, taking away all the richness from Veronica kind of makes her more in tune with the rest of the world, I guess. Anyways, $4.99. I suggest you give it a chance. It's very interesting. Short. It just gives you a little background on what the hell was going on. If you get a chance, give it a read. I enjoyed it. I love Archie. I've been buying everything Archie. Don't expect the Archie comics to be the same thing as Riverdale. Very different, very CW, more raunchy, a lot of death. Well, not a lot of death, but there's been death. Somebody else is going to die, most likely. And Archie's kind of a whore. But it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's definitely in the essence of the CW. It's really good. And the one-shot's great, so hopefully, I don't know, maybe they'll come up with another one. I don't know if they want to make a sequential series based on the show, but if they do, I think I might just pick it up. Anyway, peace out, guys. Until next time.